Ever wonder how the apps on your phone or the websites you scroll through every day are actually made? Well, it all comes down to two words you hear thrown around all the time: programming and coding. Today, we're going to break down what they really mean and, more importantly, how you can start your own journey. So let's dive right in.
All right, let's start with the big question, the one that trips up pretty much everyone when they're starting out. Are programming and coding the exact same thing? The answer might actually surprise you, and getting this right is the key to understanding everything else.
So let's start with the big picture: programming. The best way to think about programming is as the art of problem solving. It's the high-level thinking, the strategy. It's figuring out what you want a computer to do in the first place, whether that's something simple like adding two numbers or running a huge, complex video game. And this right here is probably the easiest way to lock it into your brain. Programming is the plan. It's the what we need to accomplish. Coding, on the other hand, that's all about the steps. It's the nitty-gritty work of translating that big plan into a language the computer can actually follow, one instruction at a time. Here's a great analogy. Let's say you want to make a cup of tea. The plan, the programming, is super simple: make tea. But you can't just tell a computer that. It needs the specific steps. It needs the coding. Step 1, boil water. Step 2, add tea leaves. Step 3, add milk. See the difference? One is the goal, the other is the detailed line-by-line recipe to get there. Okay, so why does any of this matter? Why is it so important? Because honestly, learning this stuff fundamentally changes how you see technology. It's about this incredible shift from just being a user to becoming a creator. And when I say it changes how you see things, I'm not kidding, because coding is literally everywhere. The websites you use every day, like Google and YouTube, the apps you can't live without, like Instagram, it doesn't stop there. It's in your car, it's at the ATM, it's even in your washing machine. It's kind of like the invisible language that runs our entire world. And that brings us to what is, for me, the most exciting part. Learning to code is like getting a superpower. Seriously, you stop being just a passive consumer, just someone who uses technology, and you get the power to build it yourself. You can take an idea that's in your head and actually bring it to life. That's a huge deal. Now, just like we humans have English, Spanish, and Japanese, computers have their own languages too. And each programming language has its own unique rules and its own special job. Picking your first one is kind of like choosing your starting path on this brand new adventure. Let's just take a quick peek at some of the big ones. You've got languages like C and C++, which are these absolute speed demons used for things like building operating systems and high-performance games. Then there's Java, which is the engine behind a ton of Android apps. JavaScript, well, that's the language of the web. It makes websites interactive. And then there's Python, which is this amazing all-arounder used for everything from AI to data science and so much more. Which leads us to the million-dollar question. With all those choices, where in the world should a beginner start? Well, for this journey, we're going to focus on Python. And trust me, there are some really, really good reasons why. First off, and this is a big deal, its syntax, that's just a fancy word for its grammar and rules, is incredibly simple. It's designed to be clean and readable. In fact, a lot of Python code reads almost like plain English, which makes getting started so much less intimidating. And on that note, Python is just so forgiving. It's designed to be beginner-friendly. It has fewer picky, strict rules you have to memorize right away. What that means for you is that you can spend your time learning the ideas of programming instead of just fighting with a language to get your code to work. But hey, don't let all this talk about simple and friendly fool you. Python is an absolute powerhouse. It's the go-to language for super advanced fields like artificial intelligence and data science, but it's also fantastic for building websites or just automating boring tasks on your computer. It's a tool you'll never outgrow. And if you need any more proof that this is a serious language, just look at who's using it. We're talking about tech giants like Google, the king of streaming Netflix, and yeah, even NASA. They all depend on Python for some of their most important work. So, after all that, what does it actually look like to write your very first program in Python? It looks like this. That's it. Just one line. Print, hello world. That's the entire program. A single, easy-to-read command tells the computer to say hello to the world. I mean, if that doesn't show you how accessible this is, I don't know what will. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of our journey today. We figured out that programming is the big picture plan, and coding is the step-by-step instructions. We saw why this matters so much. It's about going from a user to a creator.
We glanced at the world of different languages, and we saw exactly why Python is such a fantastic place to start.
So, the foundation is laid. The path is clear. There's really only one question left to ask. Are you ready to write your first program?